to crate or not to crate? I get this question all the time. So now that you've done a little training, we are going to talk about how to bring some calm to your home. And we're going to start talking about this by figuring out how to set your house up in the best way for your puppy. So this is ideal for people who just brought a puppy home, who are in those early weeks. But if you have an older puppy, go ahead and watch this video because you definitely might want to change up some of the things you're doing. So talking about your space in your home. Now, for those of you who have very young puppies, you know that you really can't let a puppy out of your sight at all. You really can't let them wander around the house on your own, or you shouldn't be. It really makes housebreaking a much longer process. B, they can get into things that are dangerous to them. This brings us to the big question: to crate or not to crate? I get this question all the time. So my answer may not be what you're expecting. I actually think absolutely there are benefits to crate training, but you don't have to crate train. It's up to you. A lot of people say absolutely 100% you have to crate train. I have a much more open view of it. I've done it both ways, honestly, with different dogs for different reasons. And I think you can decide what's best for you and your dog. However, you do need a safe place for your puppy to be when you cannot have both eyes on them every second. You want to either set up a crate. Now, if you're gonna use a crate, here's the thing. You have to crate train your puppy and make it a positive experience. We're gonna talk a lot about stress and how stress works on your puppy and how to relieve stress. And one thing that we absolutely don't wanna do is throw our puppy in the crate, lock the door, and let them cry it out. That is something that causes a lot of stress for your puppy, and it's something that will create anxiety for them, separation anxiety. It can cause issues later on. So we don't want to do that. So if you're going to use a crate, you need to take the time to make the crate a happy place, a place where they feel relaxed and safe. So how do you do that? You take the whole first day that your puppy is home, if you're about to get a puppy. If you already have a puppy, you want to spend a lot of time doing this now. And you want to feed your puppy in the crate. You want to put treats in the crate. Now you want to do all of this with the door open. You want to lead them in there with a treat. And then once they're inside, what do? We say yes. We give them that treat. We use our yes training. We give them that treat. We celebrate. We play with them. Oh, it's so exciting that they went in the crate. It's such a happy, fun place, right? If you've heard of a licky mat, which is a plastic mat that has little ripples on it that you can put some healthy peanut butter or some kind of food onto, and you can freeze them. You can attach that to the side of your crate, and then they can be in there licking their frozen treat, and actually the act of licking calms them down. It soothes them, so that's a great combination. So you get the idea, right? You want to spend the time to make the crate a very positive place before you ever shut the door. It is possible to do this in one day. So if you want to use a crate tonight, you can spend the whole day doing that crate training and getting your puppy used to being in the crate. Because a crate is useful, right? If you cannot watch your puppy every second, you can put them in the crate for a break, for a timeout. The other option is to have an area for your dog. So you can either get one of those circular baby gates or pet gates that hook together and just make a space in the middle of your room, or you can find a small room, maybe a kitchen or a bathroom, and put a baby gate in the door. And that is their home base. You can even put the crate in there with the door open or a bed, and they have their own little area where they feel safe. Now, the important part about this space is that it's not too far away from you. So you don't want to put them in a bathroom that's away from you where you can't hear them. You want them still to be close by. You just don't want to have both eyes on them every second. Or if you're working, sometimes I'll take a long leash, not too long, but a leash, and attach it to my chair so that I know that they're not wandering off getting into trouble. and that I can continue my housebreaking and not have them wander off and go in the corner, right? So those are a couple options, but my point is that you need a place that your puppy can have some timeout time. They are supposed to sleep about 18 to 20 hours a day when they're young. So that's a lot of resting, and you definitely want to encourage them to get that rest because they get very cranky if they don't. The next thing you'll want to do is puppy proof your house. So we've all heard of puppy proofing, I'm sure, but maybe there's some pieces of puppy proofing that you haven't thought of. You want to, of course, pick up everything, but maybe you didn't think to pick up your throw rugs. That's something that a puppy could chew the corner of and ruin. So pick up your throw rugs, everything on the floor, your clothes, your shoes, everything that they can grab in their mouth. You want to Google and make sure that your house plants are not poisonous to puppies. And if they are, get them way up and away from your dogs or get rid of them, give them to somebody else who doesn't have a dog. You want to make sure your garbage cans are sealed. Garbage cans are really attractive to puppies because they smell amazing. They can get in them and rip them up quickly, and there's a lot that can either poison them in garbage or hurt them. Sharp things, things like that, things you don't want them to swallow or chew on. So make sure that the garbage is secure. Make sure all your cleaning products are away, all your medication is away and out of reach, and make sure that you don't have any food on the counters. You won't believe how quickly your puppy will grow and be able to reach up on those counters on their hind legs. You also want to get the baby latches on your cabinets so that they can't get into the cabinets as well. Also, wires. You want to make sure that there are no loose wires. Puppies love to chew on wires. So make sure they're encased in the wire holders, like the plastic strips that go over your wires or PVC pipe to make sure they're safe. And once you have scanned all of the inside of your house and puppy proofed it, make sure that you go outside into your yard and do the same thing, and also in your garage. Even if your puppy just walks through your garage, they grab things so quickly. Just make sure that you've cleared everything out of there as well. So your homework for tonight is to set up your puppy area. Figure out where it's gonna be, block it off if you need to, crate train today like crazy if you're planning on having your puppy in a crate. And make sure that they have a nice, safe space where they can't get hurt. Make sure that space is more puppy-proofed than anywhere else in the house. And then your second piece of homework is to go around your house with our puppy-proofing checklist and just double check everything. Make sure that everything is all set to go and cleaned up so that your puppy doesn't get hurt and you don't lose those favorite shoes, because that's always sad. All right, I hope you guys have a fantastic night. Again, shoot me any questions at Kristen@dogologypro.com, and I'll see you tomorrow.